All right, try to get as much light in here as possible, but nonetheless, all right. First and foremost, call Allah Hayna wa Yahweh by Shim Al Shai by Shim Harakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew on teach well and the hearty shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, your brother Karadas are back with another lesson. All right, Lord will, y'all can hear me. Salakia. All right, but the title of this lesson is called Not Yet, right? And it's named Not Yet because we're not in the second covenant yet, all right? This is Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 8. I'm going to start at 8. It says, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. So that's both the northern and southern kingdom, right? And the Lord found fault with us because we did not keep the laws, statutes, and commandments within the first covenant when we told Moses that he sprinkled the blood on us, hey, we will do what the Lord says, right? Back in Exodus, I think it's like the 24th chapter. I think it's the 24th chapter. Yeah, this Exodus 20, this Exodus 20, 24, and 5. It says, and he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto Yahweh. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood and sprinkled it on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read it in the audience of the people, and they said, all that Yahweh hath said we will do. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenant which Yahweh hath made with you concerning all these words. So the Lord, all right, he found fault with us for not keeping this, all right, our end of the covenant, right? The Lord kept his end of it. If Israel would transgress the law, the Lord would put us to death if the sin was worthy of death, right? Or there would be some type of affliction upon us as a nation or individually, right? And we are afflicted as a nation. Look at how we are living in Babylon. You got little girls, maybe 4 or 5 years old, on the internet talking about hands on your knees, shake that ass. You know, it's ridiculous, man. All right, you got the family structure is completely broken. All right, but these are the things that has happened to us because we transgressed the laws of the Lord. The Lord found fault with us. All right. So verse 9 says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the days when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they have continued not in my covenant, and I regard them not, saith the Lord. And we didn't keep the commandments, right? Adultery, spiritual, physical adultery, all right, was going on heavily amongst the kings of Israel, all right, and some of the kings of Judah. But ultimately, as a whole, that's what caused us to fall, right? Not keeping the covenant. Not keeping the oath that we set up that Moses set up between us and the Lord, which I just had read, right? In Exodus, the 24th chapter. Verse 10, it says here, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel, both southern and northern kingdom, both Judah and Israel, okay? It says, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. All right, Israel has always been the Lord's people, right? But more specifically in the times that we come into in the kingdom, when everything is going to be refreshed and renewed, we're going to have the law, statutes, commandments placed in our inward part, right? We're not there yet. All right, we still got Jake dying left and right. We still got our people being oppressed. We still got Esau running around. He's not in chains yet, all right? These are the things that we are waiting to happen, right? It says in verse 11, and those are telltale signs that you can tell that we are not in the kingdom yet, right? You still got prophecy still going on, right? You still have wars brewing up. World War III hasn't happened. The CHIP hasn't came to pass yet, right? Those are things that let you know that we are not in the second covenant yet. But the second covenant is coming, right? Once Esau Edom is done away with, right? All right, once Esau Edom is done away with, and there's no more, the animals are not out of their place. I seen a video the other day, made me sad. There was a dang puppy, right, outside in the cold, shivering to death, man. All right, somebody took the puppy in and, you know, helped the puppy, but nonetheless, things like that won't be happening in the kingdom. Read Isaiah the 11th chapter. All right, how the animals are gonna be. You know what? Let me just grab it right quick. All right, this is Isaiah 11, and I'm gonna just start at this is just talking about peace, man. I'm gonna start at 6. It says, "The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, all right, goat, and the calf, and the young lion, and the fatling together, and the child shall lead them." So all the animals will be in at peace with each other. All right, that's what's gonna happen within the second covenant. All right, I'm gonna skip down to. I'm gonna keep reading. "And the cows and the bears shall feed their young ones. Shall feed together. Right, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat the straw like the ox." All right. Everything's going to be in order like the way the Lord wants it to be within the second covenant. And this is part of it, right? Let me see. This is verse 9. I'm going to read 8. "The suckling child shall play with the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand in the cockatrice's den. Then they shall not hurt nor destroy all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea." So everybody's gonna know about the Lord. Everything's gonna know about the Lord, right? And there's gonna be no hurt to the Lord's people, right? And in that day shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it the Gentiles shall seek, and his rest shall be glorious, right? The Gentiles here, I believe, is speaking about. I'm not even gonna speak on that. So I need to learn some more on that. Right, verse 11, it says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people." All right. Also, these Gentiles, if I'm wrong, somebody correct me. It's talking about the Israelites, man. All right, that have gone off into the customs of the other people, man. The customs of the people of the world, like being here in Babylon. Okay. All right. It says here, "And it shall come to pass in that day, the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people." Right? And the Lord is doing that now. He's setting his hand to cover the remnant of his people by this word going out. Right? It says, "Which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the seas." So the Lord's people are scattered everywhere. It says, "And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth." And that ensign is this word going out, man. All right, just me speaking as a man. This word going out is collecting the Lord's people. It's collecting the elect. All right. Here we go. This is something else right here that's important. "The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not." Oh man. All right, so lucky about that. It says, "Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim, but they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them." All right, we're gonna be in rulership. Judah and Ephraim, all right, or Israel, okay, Judah and Israel is going to be on one accord with each other. You won't see any nonsense that's going on right now, such as black on black crime or Hispanic on Hispanic crime or any of the crimes that happen amongst the tribes, right? You won't see that anymore. But that's in the second covenant, so we're not there yet. But you still see things like this, all right? Going back to Hebrews 8, verse 11, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai. For all shall know me from the least to the greatest, right? The Lord is going to be known, right? Because the Lord's law, statutes, commandments we put in the inward parts. All right, the whole world is going to know the Lord, right? We just read in Isaiah the 11th chapter, everybody's going to know of the Lord as much as the water covers the earth, right? Just roughly paraphrasing. It says here, let me go to Isaiah 2. This is Isaiah chapter 2. Let me finish and then go to Isaiah 2. It says, For all shall know me from the least to the greatest. All right. So this is Isaiah 2 and verse 2. It says, And it shall come to pass in the last days, the mountain of Yahweh by Shem Shai's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Right? So the Lord's government is going to be set up. The Lord's government is not set up right now, so we don't have the law, statutes, commandments in our inward parts. So we not there yet. It's not happening, not yet, but it will come to pass. It's going to come to pass. Every day that passes by here is another day closer to the Lord's return. Right? It says here, and many people shall go and say, Come ye, let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, to the house of the power of Jacob, right? Not to the power of any other nation, right? To the power of the Israelites. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, right? It says here, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. All right, so everybody's going to know the Lord. All right, everybody, right? Verse 12 says, For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. All right. The Lord's going to be merciful unto us. Shalom, brother. Yahweh Shema Shai Barakatah. The Lord's going to be merciful unto us. So we not in the new covenant yet. All right. We not there yet. Right. Not yet. This is Revelations chapter 21. And I'm going to close out on this. 21 and 1. And it says here, And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. So this age that we live in is going to be passed away. The Lord is going to refresh everything, and the refreshing portion comes from individuals being in slavery. All right, the refreshing portion comes from the Israelites being in rulership. The refreshing portion comes from the Lord's government being on top, as we had read in Isaiah the 2nd chapter. It says, verse 2, And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from power out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her groom, for her husband, Slakia. Verse 3 says, And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them, and be their power. Who is that equating to? What did we just read in Hebrews the 8th chapter? Right? Here we go. I'm going to read it again. Let me see where to go. Yep, this is Hebrews 10 and 8. 8 and 10. It says, For this is the covenant what I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh, I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. So this is talking about Israel. Revelation 21 and 3 is talking about Israelites. All right, it's talking about Israelites. Verse 4 says, And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. All right, so these things that we are going through now, they're going to be just like yesterday. It was in the past. You can't go back and change it, right? But the whining, the crying, the death, the sadness, the sorrow, all these things are going to be gone when the second covenant comes about, man. So we not there yet, not yet, but we are getting close as every day pass. All right, and the Lord is brewing up these wars amongst the nations. All right, the Lord is having it set up to where we're going to get into the position where He's going to put the law, statutes, commandments in our inward parts. We're going to get into the position where there's going to be no more tears. We're going to get into the position, and the animals are going to be in the position, according to Isaiah, as I had read in Isaiah the 11th chapter, where they're going to be at peace with each other. All right, the bears and the cows eating, the lions eating the grass like the ox. Okay. All right, those things are going to happen where Ephraim and Judah is not at odds against each other anymore. It's going to happen where the curse is going to be on our enemies instead of on us, but we not there yet. So Lord Williams edify to the next time. Shalom. Hey, shalom again, brother. How about Shema Shabbat Shem Shalom. Y'all be safe. Shalom.